Hey guys, what's going on? arbmex is a rumor that's going on right now with arbitraging in terms of some of the trends that are going on in crypto. And I've recently been getting more into trading with a lot of the earnings platforms not doing as well. Recently, the market has really tanked. I mean, we're in pretty much double digits in a lot of the coins for today. So I had a few leveraged positions today that didn't do too well. But that's been mainly what I've been focused on lately. Has been a little bit more trading, and I'm really liking the layout of Bybit. There's several different platforms that have come up lately that offer trading. Probably the first one that ever really offered it was Poloniex. Poloniex is more of it's a very old platform, and I'm gonna link some of the YouTube videos that go a little bit more in depth on some of those. I forgot to put those in the description, so I'll do that after the stream. But this is a good, basically kind of breakdown on margin trading by Dominique, and there's a few other platforms. So this is Mr. Brian on margin trading on bitmex. There's this is box mining, basically saying don't margin trade and why you shouldn't. It's got a lot of views. This is OKEX, kind of explaining margin trading on OKEX. There's Crypto Hippo. This is a really good video, kind of going over Kraken, basically setting it up on Kraken where you can do up to 5x leverage. I believe this is another video by Credible Crypto. And this is a really good video by Keith Waring on Prime XBT. So one of the reasons why I'm bringing up some of what's going on with leverage trading is you should be aware, like if you're looking at the cryptocurrency market as a whole, right now the dominance is very Bitcoin heavy. And if we're looking at just kind of some of the history, it's primarily 80-90% Bitcoin trading all the way up until early 2017 when we saw that massive bull run. And there was a huge influx from the altcoin market. And recently it's come way back, basically in the summer of 2018, we got all the way up into, between 50 and 60% trading in Bitcoin. Now, if you're looking at Bitcoin in terms of the trading, 15% right now, almost 5 billion in a 24-hour period is from bitmex. So if we're looking at the overall volume of trading, we're seeing a big disparity in terms of that. So there's a lot of rumors of like fake trading and certain exchanges kind of pumping their numbers, and certainly there's an element of that. And XBTC isn't exactly Bitcoin. It's more of like it's a product that it's valued the same in terms of like Bitcoin, but it's be able to trade a lot of different currencies. You're able to trade Cardano, Litecoin, Ripple, a lot of different currencies. On Bybit, it's just Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and EOS, just the top four. If we're looking at the market, you can see here just another quick peek of just bitmex being the number one exchange in the world in terms of trading. If we look at the top coins right now, a lot of people say just stay in the top coins. So if we're looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, EOS was a little bit higher. It just really tanked, and so it looks like it dropped below Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin. But not too long ago, those were the top four coins. So these are the top coins. They, in terms of the overall market and what's going on, they have a big influence. If you kind of combine their market cap, right now it's well over half. So you can see like the market cap is about $250 billion. And so 150 in Bitcoin, if you add up Ethereum, Ripple and EOS, it's a pretty substantial portion of the market. And sometimes these types of exchanges have a tendency to dictate price in a lot of different ways, and there's a lot of different ways of kind of looking at that. And so now, just to kind of give you guys a little bit of my background, I left a link in the description below of a video that I found of where I used to work. This is the Energy Authority. Screen is so dirty. So this is the Energy Authority, and this was a trading office that this is the Jacksonville office. So I worked out of the Bellevue office. These are some of the main guys that are now basically in charge. But you can see like it's a very heavily focused on trading. Now this is electricity trading. So this is very similar to cryptocurrency. You're sitting a bunch of different screens. So you want to have a lot of information at your fingertips to be able to make decisions when you're looking at different trades. So I'm starting to get into that. I mean, right now, if you can see, like I have a setup, with 2 laptops, and I can work with 2 screens. And I used to have more of a trading setup when I was in Saigon, before I had made plans to kind of go to China and then ultimately here in the Philippines. So I'm working to get a more of a trading setup again, where I can get access to more information to base trades on. And so there's a couple of different indicators that you can kind of look at. You can kind of look at the range with something like the Bollinger Bands. You can look at kind of the momentum of the market with something with the like the stochastic RSI, which gives you a good indication if we're gonna maybe see a little bit of a spurt of a bullish or bearish trend. There's a few other ones. I've been in Crypto Faces trading group, and I did a video last year kind of going through BitMex, and kind of like there was a little bit of a learning curve for a lot of people that are getting into that platform. It can be very overwhelming when you first get into it for people that aren't as familiar with trading. So, but one of the things about that is a lot of these platforms that are out there are, they can be difficult to understand, and Bybit, I think, offers a little bit of a more intuitive platform. So I'm going to do a little bit more of an in-depth tutorial with that as well, once I kind of get a little bit more organized. I got a lot of different things I'm working on, and my internet might cut out here, so I may have to cut this stream a little bit short. But I am getting more into this, and there's opportunity when you're looking at that as opposed to the earnings platform. So the earnings platform is a little bit more passive, and those have done well from at different times. So right now, the one that I've recently gotten into, Moonberg, it's paying out. It's doing well, and a lot of those you can try to really kind of get into the works of trying to verify authenticity of trading activity of what they're doing. Some of this stuff is they're only going to show so much, so it's really kind of a little bit of a leap of faith when you're getting into some of those platforms. Not all of them do well. It's a risk. So there's a kind of a whole category of those, which is Evo AI, it's NovaChain, it's Dropple, it's arbitraging, which has really been down lately, and I think a lot of it is because when you're looking at the trends with the market, you're seeing things that are moving into more of a leveraged trading position because there's more opportunity when you're looking at the overall volatility. So this is kind of what I've been working on, and I want to get more involved in this, and so I'm making a few different plans. I'm meeting with some developers to code in a couple of different tools and things that would be helpful for trading. And I've even kind of pondered the idea of setting up a trading office here in the Philippines and getting back into that, because I know how to do some of these things, and I have a background in it, and I know people that can help in different capacities. I think one of the problems that you run into with leverage trading is you might get stuck in a position. You might be long, like I was, before I went to sleep last night, and I'm not really monitoring the markets. And I took a big risk because I wasn't trading with a whole lot of money in retrospect, but the market tanked, and I had a stop loss, and you should always put in stop loss in some of those. Not everyone does. They'll just take a certain portion of their portfolio and they'll trade that. You really shouldn't trade your entire portfolio, because you get into some sort of position, you could get liquidated and lose everything. And that's happened. I got into the scavenger bot for a little while, which was supposed to be a little bit more of an automated platform that interfaces with bitmex. The problem is you need to set it up on both the long and the short side, and basically does like high frequency trading. Unfortunately, I just got busy. I only really set it up on the long side, and that huge crash November 20th, the bot went wild and completely liquidated my account. So I lost over $1,000 or $2,000 in that account that was on bitmex. So it just completely cleaned out my bitmex account. So lesson learned. But there's some opportunity to get into some of this stuff, and I think there's been a lot of negativity recently with arbitraging, and people are really kind of frustrated. And I think what's going to end up happening is they're going to move a little bit more into this realm. They're kind of setting it up in this way, and they can't necessarily explain everything they're doing because not everything has really been ironed out. And there's also some legality aspects to it. So Bybit is out of Singapore, licensed in the British Virgin Islands, with offices in Shanghai, and currently doing competitions and things like that in Japan. So they're very kind of multinational, and probably one of the markets that a lot of these types of platforms are going to shy away from is going to be the US. So bitmex basically has it so that you can't trade if you're in the US because of some of the laws and regulations with that. However, there's it's a little bit different when you're outside the country, or if you're doing it in an anonymous way, which you've seen. Most people, I don't think there's any traders that I know of that are trading on bitmex in the US that are showing their face. So it's kind of a still uncharted territory, and people aren't really comfortable with how the US, which has kind of been one of the major legal entities to kind of oversee something like that, how they're going to react, what they're going to think about something in that respect. Let me check in with the chat a little bit. I feel your pain. I got wrecked shorting BTC over the last month while traveling. Could not get out of trades on time on bitmex. Got liquidated. Big lump of money. It happens, and it was. I think with leverage trading, there's a lot of opportunity. But if you're not in your computer and you're not you see some kind of crazy trend or something go a certain way, it can really it can just completely destroy your portfolio. So there's a lot of opportunity. Like Keith Waring is in Crypto Faces group, and he's been talking about his success with the platform. He turned 0.2 Bitcoin into 5 Bitcoin in 16 days, and he showed all the proof, all the screenshots in his group, and on some of his videos on YouTube. So it's because if you get into a little bit of say a long position, which is what a lot of people are doing, you can edit your trade and you can just keep moving the limit up if you really think it's going to continue to be bullish. And that's the way Keith Waring made most of his money. He made 4 Bitcoin, 80% of what he made is he got into a 25x leverage position when there was a little bit of a bull run, and he just pulled his take profit, and he rode that entire wave all the way, and he turned a tiny little bit of money into a lot of Bitcoin. And it's very, very possible to do stuff like that. So you just have to mitigate your risk, and I'm going to do some more I'm going to do some more in this. I mean, I know a lot of people are they do their disclaimers this is not financial advice, yada yada yada, and so I guess there's a certain responsibility element for someone that's going to be talking about this type of stuff and showing their face on YouTube. So one of the ideas that I had was to actually just maybe it'd be more worth my while to focus into doing what I know and building essentially my own operation where I could have a trader on shift, at all times, having like 5 or 6 different traders and having them rotate. And the offices, when I was doing electricity trading, there was anywhere from 3, 4, sometimes even 5 traders on shift. Now, typically it was a rotation of 3, but you have other traders that are also helping out at different times during the day with, say, hourly trading. When you're looking at more long-term trading, you're usually typically dealing with traders that have a lot more experience, that have been in the market a long time, that know how to mitigate risk and find opportunities. So there's the element of trading. There's the element of kind of the passive income platforms. Some of them are doing better than others. That's still high risk. There's kind of just the and then kind of like maybe a little bit more of the generic type of cryptocurrency niche, which is like news, just doing normal stuff, like maybe just trading on an exchange, maybe getting involved with more of like the media, the cryptocurrency media, in terms of like there's some really interesting content like that's been coming out lately. So I think there's a lot of optimism for cryptocurrency, the cryptocurrency markets as a whole, and there's a lot of opportunity in the leverage trading, and I think right now that's a big trend, and I think we're going to see over time more and more platforms catering to this type of activity, because that's kind of where things are going, and that's where the opportunity is. And there's technology that can help in terms of the trading bots and some of those algorithms and software that can take advantage of some of these things in a way that humans can't. At least, when they're not, sleeping or whatnot. So this is something I'm kind of looking into. But anyways, didn't want to keep this stream too long, and I'll be doing some more updates on some of this stuff, some of the other platforms I'm in, but just kind of wanted to share some thoughts. I've got a lot of stuff I've been working on, so I'm going to be cleaning a lot of that stuff up and doing more focused work. Because when you get into trading, you really need to be focused, and so I think some of this stuff will help with my ability to kind of hone my message and help people that are in my audience. So anyways, appreciate you guys staying online. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Reach out to me in private on Telegram or Discord. I'm open to chatting about it. Other than that, I'll catch you guys on the next one.